I don't tend to normally write newsletters and make YouTube videos like this. I'm normally, the template, the guide, the workflow girl. That's what I like to share on YouTube and on my newsletter. But I just felt there were so many lessons to be learned from what's happened this week with OpenClaw, which was called ClawdBot at the beginning of the week, and then MoltBot. And at the moment, they finally settled on OpenClaw, but who knows what is going to happen. That I felt like I needed to make this video so we could just take a second to breathe and really think about what is the lessons behind what has happened this week. So this is, as of me making this video, one of the latest tweets that's come out from OpenClaw. So you can see that they were ClawdBot, then MoltBot, then OpenClaw. And this has been the hype of the week. And I saw it at the beginning of this week all over my YouTube recommendations. And what I tend to do with this kind of thing is that I notice that the usual channels on YouTube jump on it. They do the demos and stuff, but I don't sit there and consume 10 hours of content. I've got clients to serve, and more importantly, I've got clients to find. Like, I'm making tools on anti-gravity, I'm making workflows on NAN, I'm building things that are useful, and I want to share that with potential clients and actual clients. I don't have 10 hours to waste watching YouTube videos. So what I do is I wait till the hype is really got going, and then I put everything into Google Notebook LM, put all the YouTube videos in, all the sources, and I just combine it with a few good prompts to actually understand what is going on. And when I read the breakdown that I got, it really made me pause. And that's what's made me create this video for you today and create the newsletter that I've written this week. Because like I said, it's not my usual thing. I'm normally, share a workflow, tell you how to get some clients from it, how to get your first paying customer. That's me. That's the kind of content that I create, and you'll find that on this channel. But when I saw that, people's chats were getting leaked and people's passwords being found and API keys were getting, revealed, and people were getting banned from Anthropic Claude, because they were connecting tools in a way they shouldn't be and going against policy. And that's like a lifetime ban as well. It made me realize that this is not what I believe the creators of OpenClaw, that was ClawdBot, that was MoltBot, intended with it at all. What I believe is that because people get really curious, because the hype goes out there really quickly, people move on these tools without actually going through and thinking about if this is what they should be using or not. Just because a load of people that have big followings on YouTube channels make videos about it doesn't mean you should definitely be using it. And I'm on YouTube, I'm making YouTube videos, I'm not as big as some of the gurus out there, I'm releasing my newsletter, I'm part of this as well, but that's why everybody has to take a little bit of personal responsibility for this. Just because it's trending doesn't mean it's safe out of the box. Can you make it safe? Probably. Do you know how to make it safe? I don't know if you do. Like, do you know how to sandbox it? Do you know how to restrict what it's got access to? If you don't, then these are probably not the tools that you should be using from day one, because you're going to gamble your systems, your data, and maybe even your clients' data. So if you can't sandbox it, secure it, explain it, then you're not ready to run it. You can become ready, but you've got to train yourself up. So you need to know how to identify risk. You need to know how to research. And quite often, choosing boring over flashy demos is the best way to go. And mastering one or two tools instead of jumping on everything is cool is normally the best thing to do. And like I said, this isn't like avoid every new thing that comes out. This isn't ClawdBot, OpenClaw, sorry, which we're now calling it, is something you shouldn't touch. What I'm saying is I'm not touching it because I have mastery. I have my realm of excellence, my realm of genius that I sit in and I stay in, and I can recognize what's a distraction and what is it that I can add into what I already do. So it started off with, ChatGPT 3-4 years ago, moved into Claude, moved into some of the video tools, moved into NAN, and now it's going into anti-gravity. That's been my journey. It doesn't have to be your journey, but shiny object syndrome is really the killer of big dreams. That's the one lesson I want to take from this. Not all new AI agentic tools are bad. If you spent 10 hours watching your MoltBot video or your ClawdBot video or whatever we're going to call it, then that's 10 hours where you weren't perfecting your skills in one particular tool. You weren't out there investing in learning how to keep your data safe, your clients' data safe. You weren't out there becoming a master of one or two tools. You weren't out there picking your audience and your pain point that they have you want to solve and contacting them, finding them, putting your content and your knowledge in front of them and getting them to become a client. And for me, 100 minutes of outreach to my audience is worth way more to me than watching some YouTube videos about a new tool that I'm probably realistically not going to use. So the lesson I want you to learn from this is stick to the plan. Like, the hardest part for a lot of people is picking, because you feel like you're going to get left out. You feel like if you don't follow the hype, you're missing the next big thing. You're not. Pick one thing, one tool, okay? My tools, NAN, anti-gravity, that's what we're building a lot with behind the scenes. I'm loving Higgsfield for video. That is like my passion project. That's what I do for fun. This is kind of the realm that I'm in with copywriting. I'm building my own tools using Claude, using ChatGPT. It just depends on what I'm trying to do. I also spend a lot of time, as you can see here in the newsletter, using Galaxy when it comes to me testing and trialing things. So just pick a couple of tools and become a master of them. That's all you need to do. Then pick an audience, serve them relentlessly, pick a pain point that you can solve for them, and just become an expert at solving that problem. If you go to a client and say, I can sort out your Facebook ads, or I can sort out your CRM, or I can sort out your email marketing, or I can put 30 videos up on your social media a month to grow your business, they don't really care what fancy tools you have behind the scenes. But I promise you, if you're spending every single day watching YouTube videos, wondering if that latest cool tool is the thing that you should be investing your time into, you've got it all wrong. Pick one or two tools, master them, invest in the learning behind it of AI to know that what you're doing is safe, your data's safe, your systems are safe. And then just go out there and solve problems for people and become an expert in solving one or two small problems. And that is how you're going to have success. That is what my newsletter is about. Giving you great workflows, showing you ways that you can make money from them, and helping you find your first clients with them. If that sounds of interest to you, go down in the description, click the link, jump on board, and learn how to get your first clients, selling them stuff they actually want and using AI behind the systems to run it for you So you can still enjoy weekends with your friends. You can still hang out with your kids. You can still do your 9 to 5 alongside doing this if that's what you want. So if that sounds of interest to you, subscribe to the newsletter. I'll see you in the next video.